right, today we are in the lovely city of Ashtabula, Ohio. Right now, we're actually across the street from their post office, but there's a few different places I'd like to visit today, one of them being the library. There's some beautiful buildings I want to check out and a nice little shopping district. It looks like most of the shops in that district are out of business, which is unfortunate, but we'll still give it a walk through just to kind of see how this town is, and we'll go from there. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, folks, remember the goal for today is to just make sure that people know to respect our rights to film in public and educate those who don't quite know or actually care to listen a little bit. So we'll just take a few minutes in the post office here. Like I said, we'll go for a walk around town, see if we can just get a good view of the city and go from there. I gotta do better at not kicking my tripod every time I take a step here. So we're gonna lift it up a little. And just take a look around, really. There was a gentleman that was trying to walk in behind me. Must have changed his mind. But that's okay. Oh, now this must be the famous poster 7. So we'll take a look here. This looks like an older poster, but I don't even see a year listed on it. Huh, interesting. So right now I'm just trying to see, there it is, photographs. For those of you who would like to know about it. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings except where prohibited. Other photographs may be taken only with the permission of the local postmaster. So, cool. We at least found the poster. It is listed. In fact, it's actually right across from the entrance here. So, what we'll do today, it will stand out of the way. For those of you who are interested, it is about 1:45 in the afternoon on Saturday. So they actually just closed. That's always my timing, but just trying to get all the way over to this city was a bit tricky today. We had to drive straight through a storm, and roads were not exactly the safest. Here's their P.O. box information if anyone's interested. Zoom in on that. Cool. It is a nice little post office, though. Okay. And we'll get out here in just a few minutes. Hello. One thing I'm not interested in is just standing in a post office for the next 7 or 8 hours. Some guys can do that, good for them. But in my case, we'll just hang out for a few minutes and then we'll be done. I wouldn't expect this to be a very busy post office. It doesn't seem like a very high-income neighborhood from what I've seen. So let's go on to the next stop. Okay. They do have a private property fence right here, so obviously we can't violate that signage, but we'll take a quick peek, and then like I said, we'll go take a stroll down the shopping district area, work my way over to the public library that's in the area, which should still be open on a Saturday. That's what we'll do. And just for those who are interested, we do have an interesting sign. Vehicles and their contents in non-public areas are subject to inspection. Okay. So we won't go beyond that. Now, there was a younger lady getting in her vehicle, most likely a postal worker. So the last thing we want to do is give her that state of fear and panic. So if you'll notice, I did step away. And we're actually going to stop the video here for a moment while I get my bearings and just make sure I'm going in the right direction. And we're back. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a walk. Now that I know roughly where I'm at. What I'd like to do is go to the library while they're still open and available. Unfortunately, I can't go to a lot of different buildings during business hours. I do have a full-time salary position. I'm going to take a moment just to point out, guys, that there's a cool hat right there. Cool. All right, let's move on. So here we go. We are at the Ashtabula County District Library. So I'll show you all the sign right there. And a beautiful building. It really is a beautiful building, though. Look at that. bother any of these guys here. Yeah. He knows. He knows I'm here. Cool. Tell you what, I still love these old buildings. Makes it look like a mini castle with the way that those towers are made. It is really cool. There's a beautiful front entrance though. Look at that. Let's see if we can get that crest on top. Don't worry guys, I'm not interrupting their day. Look at that. And then we have a, look at that, smile. You're on camera. All right. So we'll take a look around. It is a nice building. Not sure what the curved wall is for, but that's really cool. And this looks like more of a main entrance over this way. You can see they're filming us. And if we look here, they have property rules. No alcohol, no drugs, no smoking, no weapons. Interesting. Pretty sure our Second Amendment says otherwise, but yeah, it is what it is. Smile, you're on camera. Let's see, what do we got? Possession of any weapons is prohibited. No statute. Excuse me. They're only open until 4 o'clock. There's a few hours left. So what we'll do today, folks, since I am carrying, I'll have to run back to the vehicle for a minute. Make sure that I don't get myself in any serious trouble. Still a beautiful place though. Looks like they got a little public meeting area over there. Let's check that out. Little hangout spot. Beautiful little garden. One thing I do want to do is try and get more of the outside of the buildings first before I just go inside and start filming. So let's see, we got a butterfly over here. Some artwork, so let's check that out. Looks like they're growing some little plants here. And then we'll check out the garden. Cute little place. All right. So at this point, I'm going to cut the video for a moment, walk back to my car. It's not far from here. And then I'll be back. Still though, it is a beautiful building. I wonder when this was made, actually. I'll have to look into that. I'll tell you what, guys, it is humid out today after that storm passed through. So maybe wearing the hoodie isn't the best decision. How you doing? All right, let's go on inside. Now let's take a look at the beautiful building. Hello. Just gonna be walking around, not bugging anybody. What's your name?
Jenna.
Jenna, I'm Dave.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Summer youth programs. Summer reading. They have a summer reading club. And of course, they close for Memorial. There's something you don't see every day anymore. Most people younger than me don't even know how to use that. All right. So let's go ahead and take a walk around. Have a foundation room. Looks like for some kind of meeting. Now that's a cute little reading area right here. I wonder if they probably just sit here and read to kids and things like that. Made it look like a little house. Even has a little balcony. Look at that. That's cute. So we'll do a quick walk through. A bunch of toys. There's a little reading area in there.
Sir, what are you doing?
Just recording public areas.
For what?
For my own purpose. So you notice the first employee was actually pretty cordial. She was super friendly. You can tell that the older employee wasn't thrilled when she walked past me back at the reception desk. But that's okay. Not everybody has to accept or like it. Cute little reading area again. Look at this. It's a decent sized library. I love the round window. That's different. Tell you what though, as someone who has done enough construction work, I can tell you that was probably a huge challenge to put in. Okay, the patio area is closed. Just remember, we're not here to disturb anybody. There's no need for any escalations. I'll check out what they got. A lot of fiction. There's those geese. Molded fiberglass company's room. So they must have sponsored some of the building. See a little study space. study room. And then looks like they have an upstairs area we'll check out in a minute. So this is the, must be the, oh there it is, the teen area. That's kind of cool, they got a gaming system going on in there. Comic books right up front. That's fun. If anyone has a favorite comic or something, go ahead and leave a comment on that. Let's go ahead and take a step upstairs. We'll come back in a minute. So you have some artwork in here. And some cards. Monica Green.
You need help with anything?
No, thank you. I'm just walking around and filming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't take pictures of any children.
I can, but it's against my own policy.
It's unethical.
I agree. I wouldn't want to film children. How AI is changing genealogy. AI changes everything nowadays. Different part of the building back here. A public access computer. Okay. And for the most part, everybody's been fairly friendly. Oh, that's kind of cool. You've got big scanners, and a sewing machine, record players, even a heat sealer, so that's really cool. Just about everything you could need. I know some libraries even have 3D printers in them now. That's one of my fun hobbies is 3D printing. You have the old catalog system over here. And they still have all the cards. Look at that. Wow. You almost needed to spend a whole day just learning how to use those catalogs at one point. So we've got Edith Morrison and Mary Morrison genealogy and archive room. So we'll take a step in there in a minute. Just see what's around the corner. So just an elevator over there. Not even sure where that goes. The building didn't look that tall from the outside. We'll take a look in the genealogy room and just see what all's in here. How you doing, sir?
Okay, what's going on?
Just filming in public areas and showing people what's at the library.
Oh,
Everyone's been super friendly so far, so I appreciate it.
who's for?
It's mostly for myself, but I educate people on different public buildings and what all's available.
Oh, okay.
And don't mind the mess. This is just for my privacy. People accuse me of many things. You know, walk around and there's a child in the
As
back.
long as you're not a terrorist.
No, no, I'm good there, but thank you. So they got newspapers and scrapbooks. That's kind of cool. So that does fit the description of archive. That's really cool. You can check out old newspaper clippings, scrapbooks, World War I articles. For those of you who don't know, I do have a passion for history, especially the old wars. So a list of the old veterans. That's cool. And then they even have the ones for just from Ashtabula County. And what do we have here? We have Carrie Whipper. Genealogy and local history, archival librarian. So we'll go on to that and see what's up here. More archives. I wonder what these are. That's cool. Okay. You guys have a really cool library. Foreign wars. You know, again, stuff that they don't teach anymore. The Great Migration. Revolutionary War pensions. Interesting. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on. Actually, it's kind of cool what they have in here, though. Have a good day.
Sure.
So we might check out what's upstairs afterwards. Let's go ahead and keep looking around. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look.
It's locked up here.
It is? Okay. Thank you for telling me before I walked. So that was the archives room. That picture has a special meaning for somebody that I know. So of course I had to focus on that for a second. I'm gonna take a look at the manga over here. Sorry, I won't get you on there. Okay. Looks like some common titles. Nothing that I haven't read yet, though. All right. We've just about walked around. Love the seating areas, though. So we'll do a final walk this way. And we got the restrooms over here. Okay. A little checkout area. And almost like a little diner. So that's cool. Place to plug in. Okay. I think I wanted to say that was about it. There's a hall down here. This place gets more exciting every time I turn a corner. Fire exit, so we don't want to use those doors. Computer use level 1. Another elevator, so And at this point, I think we're in good shape. So let's go ahead and just say a quick little goodbye to the reception, and I think we're good to go. So this is a good example of a place that they did respect our rights. They didn't, there was no escalation. And that's what we want to see, is just calm, good interactions.
We don't want our picture taken of the death.
That's all right. Just want to say you ladies have been great. I appreciate how friendly everyone's been for the most part. And you all have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you again for respecting our rights.
Hey, I'm here.
All right, guys, that was the Ashtabula County Public Library. Really good job here. I'll say it's a pass. Only one staff member had an issue. You know, what can you do? She's a little crotchety, but she at least didn't interfere. That's okay. Again, the goal is to start those conversations. Get them ready for this stuff. If I go, voting season's coming up here in the next half a year. If somebody wants to go through and record their voting process up until they get to the polling center, you know, let them. And this is going to spark that conversation between the staff members now. Hopefully they look it up if they're not sure, and it just becomes a good experience all around. This is one of those cases where I could have been a little nicer, I'm sure, but with how she had been, she had an issue with me filming first, then she had an issue with me filming her in the front desk. That's where they don't deserve a very polite response, but at the same time, I just said that's okay. Because, you know what? I'm not there to hash over the issue 16 different ways, repeat myself. That's not what I'm there for. If she doesn't want to learn, she doesn't want to learn. But my goal is to force people to have those backdoor conversations. They don't have to talk to me to learn. Now, for those of you complaining about my mask, again, that's too bad. As you saw, one of the first reactions somebody had was, "Don't film children, that's unethical." You know, you're right and you're wrong. Yeah, it's not normal to film children, and that's not something that I'm there for. Is it illegal? No. As somebody famously said, don't bring your spawn out in public if you don't want them filmed or on camera. So I get it. I wouldn't want my kid filmed normally, but at the same time, if I saw somebody walking around with the camera, what am I going to say? Am I going to violate their rights too? Now, if they follow my child around, get close-ups and stuff like that, then we'll have a problem. But that's not what I was there for. I didn't walk up to any children. If they're in the background, they're in the background. It is what it is. You know, I'm not about that stuff. So it's kind of cool. We're in front of the First Baptist Church here, built in, looks like 1913. Beautiful building. But I'm going to keep walking around, see where I end up, and we'll go from there.